Cameras out, get the flash right. Now I'ma pose so you can picture me doing my thing. Let me pose so you can picture me doing my thing. Now I'ma pose so you can picture me doing my thing.
So you rob drug dealers. This is what you do.
Yes, sir.
You walk the streets of Baltimore with a gun, taking what you want when you want it, willing to use violence when your demands aren't met. This is who you are. You say you aren't here testifying against the defendant because of any deal you made with police.
True that.
That you're here because you want to tell the truth about what happened to Mr. Gant in that housing project parking lot.
Yep.
When in fact you are exactly the kind of person who would, if you felt you needed to, shoot a man down on a housing project parking lot and then lie to the police about it, would you not?
And look, I ain't never put my gun on no citizen.
You are amoral, are you not? You are feeding off the violence and the despair of the drug trade. You're stealing from those who themselves are stealing the lifeblood from our city. You are a parasite who leeches off
just like you,
the culture of drugs. Excuse me? What?
I got the shotgun. You got the briefcase. It's on the game though, right?
Family, welcome to Irvington Unbound, the official newsletter of the Sheridan Street Block Association. I'm your host, Jay, and for the last 2 weeks, I've been in editing mode. I'm ready to get from in front of my computer, so like, sub, share, speak. Let's do this. In legalization news, the Marijuana Enforcement Agency that I've harped on in previous videos will act more like a liquor board than a SWAT team, so that's a little bit of relief. Initial votes coming up next month, supposedly. A little district leader news took social equity to our state assembly rep, Cleopatra Tucker. It was received with the same zeal that all of the electeds give when approached, and I'm gonna be honest, guys, I kinda love it. They're so used to the extremes, either people getting angry and being aggressive, which grants them complete justification in being assholes, or people just not caring, which also offers a very easy lane. When you're right and polite, it's fun watching the wheels spin. She was as cordial as expected, and hopefully something stuck. I mean, remember guys, we're just here to get the noggin jogging. In block news, if anyone brings up that bet, yeah, I'll do it, but hands are kind of full and you guys have really been rocking it, so, you know, we're cool. The building on the corner across from Dollar General has been sold. Spoke with the gentleman, Barry, in charge of the project, and the structure looks to stay the same. Renovate and open up the apartments with a storefront. Exactly what that store is going to be is anyone's guess. Didn't have the heart to tell him how often the laundromat gets robbed, but you know, he'll figure it out on his own. Mayor Voss gave a runaround on the speed humps. He got us in contact with the town engineer, a man by the name of Mr. Wiggins, who said that we will be added to a list that we've been on for 2 years now. And when the mayor opens up the budget, that's when it'll get done. So I texted Mayor Voss and asked him, will this be accomplished by the end of 2018? And crickets. Locally, as always, DPW praise. Trash and Roselli complaints, vacants and their lack of upkeep, praise for the stray cat program, and the rodent issue was highlighted again. You know what? I got an idea. Fill a few fire and water trucks up with peppermint water, then spray the town down. You know, Irvington is 5 miles big. We could be rodent free in like an hour. Does it? I know, it sounds a little silly, but you know, maybe. But if you see a flaw in the concept, please. That's what the comments are for. Also, there were allegations of the administration ignoring illegal parking. In state news, Senator Sweeney had a group release recommendations on how the state can fiscally get back on track, with proposals such as merging school districts, increasing tolls, and playing around with the pensions. The media is burying the story that the power struggle between Senator Sweeney and Governor Murphy is real, but make no mistake, that's exactly what's happening. The township of Brick has been flooded, and many lawmakers are wondering if it's the result of overconstruction with the recent placement of a new parkway exit in the area. Since the last episode, there has been a ton of stories based around race that have made their way out of the Garden State. Turban Man, the shop kicking the kids out, and most recently a candidate for school board talking about black people. 1. Jersey has always been racist. Newsflash. 2. Jersey has always been tougher than this though. The Turban Man incident could have been a lot of fun if he threw a zinger back at him, but the current administration is as sensitive as Christie's was callous, and neither seems to contain an adult. Speaking of adults, when it comes to both the Jersey Shore shop and the racist candidate, the adults should stand up. If an adult was present at that shop, they would have just taken their money and left. That's how capitalism in the market works. If the non-racists show up and decline the man the elected position, then he's a non-story. And if they do elect him, then, we just know where we're not wanted. Steer clear. Speaking of, the superintendent that reportedly dropped a deuce on the track is getting $100,000 payout. Sweet work if you can get it, right? Nationally and beyond, Alex Jones has been kicked off the internet. As a personal fan of the First Amendment, it's no bueno. There is no secret that this is an ideology-free zone. Bring me any crazy idea you got, and I'm happy to entertain because, this is an ideology-free zone. You're not going to hurt my feelings with your opinion. The internet is a crazy place, but not being able to decipher the real from the BS is a personal problem, which is why if you don't like something, you don't have to watch it. And the funniest part is that the harder they try to smother voices they don't like, the louder they amplify those voices. Since the purge of Alex Jones, his profile went way up, his app is getting downloaded far more, and his site is seeing hell of a lot more traffic. President Trump has canceled his military parade after the cost reached near $100 million. The Omarosa stuff is a smokescreen and completely irrelevant. Rest in peace, Aretha Franklin. Tommy Robinson was released from prison in the UK, where they've been banning knives and are looking into regulating vehicles after several automobile-based terror attacks brought on by religious zealots. Speaking of religious zealots, there was a compound found in New Mexico where school shooters were reportedly being trained, so that's fun. Well, that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for putting up with me. Please do all the YouTube things. Like, sub, share, speak. This show really is a coping mechanism that helps digest all of the information that's out there, and I thank you for sitting on the couch with me. Not sure if I'll do a video next week, so until the next video, whenever that is, love.
Well, let's see here. I plan to go to college, major in something I don't really care about, graduate with $50,000 in debt, enter a job market that's been systematically dismantled so much I can't even find a job remotely related to my aforementioned college major, and of course the ones I do find only pay minimum wage anyway, so I just have to live the rest of my life knowing that the only way I can pay for medical expenses is with a GoFundMe campaign. So who's ready to graduate?
I squeeze cat, 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 till my clip is empty. Till my